dogs howling, riding wheels on the blacktop, grinding away. Big rig humming echoes.
Little Miss Red Riding Hood should never have gone into those woods. She fell for the wolf's big eyes and liar's charm. She couldn't tell the difference, she had no experience spotting wolves who wear sheep's clothes to do you harm. She wonders why she didn't see it sooner, and where the love has gone. And what am I supposed to do now that I'm all alone? But those are useless questions, 'cause she already knows the answers. So she'll live her own life as nobody's wife, though it isn't at all what she planned on. The bruises on her battered heart say she needs a rest. And being alone is so much better than the wrong hot mess. Because having no man at all is better than the wrong man. Alone at last, he's in her past. Now it's time to face the future. If she had known how much she would have grown, she would have done it so much sooner. 'Cause in solitude, the pain only comes once in a while, not every day. And it's okay to cry when you are forced to smile. Put the mask away. You don't have to put on makeup after every fight to hide the bruises. You don't have to act like everything's alright. Feel any way you choose. Bruises on a battered heart say she needs a rest. Being alone is so much better than the wrong hot mess. Because having no man at all is better than the wrong man, the long man. Alone at last, he's in her past, he's in her past, and the wrong hot mess. Because having no man at all is better than the wrong man, the long man. Alone at last, he's in her past, he's in her past, and the wrong hot mess. 'Cause in solitude, the pain only comes once in a while, not every day. And it's okay to cry when you aren't forced to smile. Put the mask away. And you don't have to put on makeup after every fight to hide the bruises. And you don't have to act like everything's alright. Do any way you choose.
Kicking it old school, new tools in the mix. Ruby 2.1, tech heads get your fix. Data rolling in strong, bits and bytes never late. Funky beats and code, mix it up, fill the plate. Tech heads geek out, punch cards in the trash. Upgrade the system, flashbacks from the stash. Neon lights and flames crash through the night.
Running with your ease and get Tetris, now spinach it quick if you don't end up get a thrill. Black Persia, when we deliver.
In the depths of despair I found my strength, but I refuse to let darkness consume me. I've lost more than words alone can speak. I'll transform pain into something beautiful, you'll see. I'll harness the heartache, the pain I bear, crafting beauty from the ashes of despair. Unstoppable, unwavering in the face of the storm. Lost more than words can say, yet I transform. I'll weave a tapestry of light and mercy, not seeking vengeance, not dwelling in hurt. Choosing goodness in every step I embrace, balancing the scales of life with grace. I won't dwell in the shadows of the past. Instead, I'll fuel the fire, make it last. Nurturing the flames with every tear that falls. For the change I seek, my spirit calls. Drama ends with me, peace in my soul. Choosing goodness, making broken hearts whole. Through pain, in a world where strength and kindness
And as the world fades away, I long to sense your presence by my side. Can you listen to what I say? A whole lifetime ahead, open and wide. When my clock ticks its final chime, I crave to feel you next to me. Darling, I always knew this moment would climb from the instant I gazed into your eyes and could see. Oh, my stars. Oh, my stars. Whisper that I'm the one. Oh, my stars. Oh, my stars. Dying to feel you close when all is done. In the quiet of twilight, the sun's gentle descent beneath the moon's glow. As the birds take flight, I watch the dust dance in the evening's event. Your hand in mine, a comforting light. It's in the atmosphere, it's in every breath we breathe, surrounding us, encompassing all we perceive. And when the world ends its bright, I'd ache to have you by my side. Can you heed my heartfelt plight? A lifetime stretches ahead so wide. When my final moments arrive, I ache to have you by my side. Can you heed my heartfelt plight? A lifetime stretches ahead so wide. When my final moments arrive, I ache to have you close, a constant guide. Darling, I always knew this love would survive. Since the moment I knew you were the one. Oh, my stars. Oh, my stars. Whisper that I'm the one.
Little Miss Red Riding Hood should never have gone into those woods. She fell for the wolf's big eyes and liar's charm. She couldn't tell the difference, she had no experience spotting wolves who wear sheep's clothes to do you harm. She wonders why she didn't see it sooner, and where the love has gone. And what am I supposed to do now that I'm all alone? But those are useless questions, 'cause she already knows the answers. So she'll live her own life as nobody's wife, though it isn't at all what she planned on. The bruises on her battered heart say she needs a rest. And being alone is so much better than the wrong hot mess. Because having no man at all is better than the wrong man. Alone at last, he's in her past. Now it's time to face the future. If she had known how much she would have grown, she would have done it so much sooner. 'Cause in solitude, the pain only comes once in a while, not every day. And it's okay to cry when you are forced to smile. Put the mask away. You don't have to put on makeup after every fight to hide the bruises. You don't have to act like everything's alright. Feel any way you choose. bruises on a battered heart, say she needs a rest. Being alone is so much better than the wrong hot mess. Because having no man at all is better than the wrong man, alone man. Alone at last, he's in her past, he's in her past, and the wrong hot mess. Because having no man at all is better than the wrong man, alone man. Alone at last, he's in her past, he's in her past, and the wrong hot mess. Cause in solitude, the pain only comes once in a while, not every day. It's okay to cry when you aren't forced to smile. Put the mask away. And you don't have to put on makeup after every fight.
All right, well, welcome everybody to the Saturday morning Flexcast. It's always a great way to start your weekend. And Corey, it's good to see you up and going early this morning.
Yeah, I'm practicing.
So it's always good to kind of throw Corey just because it's one of my favorite things to do. So but he's a good sport. He always takes it on. And today you're going to get to hear him. And the thing is, he doesn't realize how awesome he is when he does these trainings and he goes through and does stuff. So I'm excited that you get to hear from him today. So get people on. Like we do have a lot of people from all over the world coming in today, which is super exciting. That means you guys are doing the amazing things of spreading the great news of Ruby around the world. So that's exciting. So let's do a couple of things real quick. Let's just get kind of the things, the housekeeping stuff out of the way. Flex Connection, guys, we are definitely putting a great community into this space. Make sure that when you bring someone new into it, whether even they're a customer or if they're a brand influencer, it doesn't matter. We want them to get into the Flex Connection. It's where you see how people are using Ruby, and they are great at helping other people maybe get a prompt better, or maybe how to go find something in Ruby that they're wanting to do. And they're great at troubleshooting and trying to problem solve. So be sure to get people into the Flex Connection. And then on Monday night, we do our corporate update call. It's always good to be on the call. You never know what we're going to do. You never know if I'm going to throw some stupid, crazy promo out there. But you also may not know that there's new things coming all the time. And we're literally only going to be announcing those on the corporate update call and in the Flex Connection. So if you want to be in the know, you got to be in one of those two places or both of them. And so it's a big, big deal to get there. The other thing is that on corporate update calls and stuff like that, I might do promos and only for those specific people who are on the call like we just did. And there's some people who took advantage of that, making a little bit extra money when they bring somebody in. That is why you want to be on these calls. Now, every week that we do Flexcast, we break it down into 3 different segments. The first one is Flexology. That's where we're going to talk about all the amazing things that happen inside of Ruby. How do you use it? We have third-party people coming in. We've got, Corey and I doing stuff, but we love to just let people share what they're doing with Ruby and teaching and training people how they can do it too. So that's what we're going to do in Flexology. We also have Flexonomics. It talks about how to go build the business if you're wanting to build this as a business. And then we have our Flexin segment, which is all about recognition and recognizing those people that are doing the right things. So let's get started with Flexology. Corey, how you doing? You good? You ready?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm ready.
Guys, throw some
excited.
fire. He needs a little like pick me up. Throw a little fire in there. Welcome him in. Like he needs a little motivation. I think he's kind of like a little sleep or something over there. Maybe he's been up all night trying to practice this for y'all. Throw some fire in there for Corey and get ready to go. I'm going to walk through a few things that are new that they're going to be seeing out there coming about about the slides and all kinds of new stuff that you're going to be having in your hands. Well, the first one is just a few new slides and how you can go and share the beauty and the benefit capabilities that you have in Ruby 2.1. And one of those is a virtual studio, to be able to come in and look at the ultimate creative toolbox. And that's really what the virtual studio is. It has literally every single tool that you need to be as creative as you want to be, as creative as you can be. And this is a simple way of kind of explaining it. And then we have these other really good slides that are coming in. Corey did an amazing job. And by the way, I'm looking at these slides. Every one of these slides could be 100% made inside of Canvas Plus. Every single one of them. It's all about learning the tools. But the toolbox that you have when you look at the Image Lab and you have the 4 largest AI image engines in the world sitting at your fingertips, whether you want to use Midjourney and create the most amazing image, maybe you're looking for something maybe a little down and dirty where you just need a background, or maybe it's a cartoon that I think DALL-E 3 is really good at doing. And then you have the beauty of Stable Diffusion with the XL and Leonardo AI. And the better you get at just learning the prompt structures, you can do incredible things. And it's stunning images in a click. And that's really all you have to really go talk about. When we talk about Voice Lab, we have the very best in the world, period, bar none. That is partnered with 11 Labs. And so 11 Labs gives you everything that you could possibly want in text to speech, speech to speech, and speech to text. It's the best out there. It's gives us thousands and thousands of voices that we can use. There are professional voices out there, and of course the voice cloning. And the newest thing that will be coming out in the virtual studio will be called dubbing. So you're going to have the dubbing from 11 Labs also brought in, and you'll be able to upload your audio file or your video and replace the foreground, background music, voices, everything that's in there that's detectable. You just choose a source language, which is what it's in, and the target language where you want it to go. And if it's a video, it actually lays that audio right on top of the new recording, and you are ready to distribute. That's coming. I believe that we're probably within the next 5 to 7 days. That will go out to you as well. Again, incredible value, and give your content a new voice. Let's talk about our Video Lab. So the Video Lab is obviously going to be the thing that grows the most throughout 2025. I think we're going to see incredible moves with Sora and Rail. There's just so many different things that are coming out that are in the space of video. And when you combine that with Canvas Plus, it gives us a massive, massive advantage. And you've all heard me talk about the one button push and how if you don't put yourself inside the AI product that you put out, then you really are just going to be in the same mode as everybody else that can hit a button. But if you want to stand out, you got to be able to take the one button mentality, put it as a starting point, not an end point, but a start point, and then be able to make it yours above and beyond. And that's where we can excel way above everybody else. And you'll see these start to roll out over the next 3 months, that these are the little cookbook recipes that we're bringing in, that you can do the one button push of building a video, and it drops it into the editor so that you don't just take what you get to make whatever you get yours. And those are things that will separate us as we move into our bluer motion based upon your content being inclusive of you and your own touches. The Video Lab will be the place that we explode the most in the next year. Then you look at Ruby Music, and you all know this is so big. Out of all the places that you look for regulatory issues that come in place, this is going to be the first one. Yes, images are out there, and you got Getty suing Midjourney. And let me just address something on that, by the way, is I really don't care. And you shouldn't care how they work those things up. Let's just put it this way. Midjourney is so big, there's no way it's going to go away. If Getty sues them, they'll work it out between the two of them. It doesn't affect you or I in the process. So we'll be able to keep going down that path. But what's important in the music world, because there's so many things that can be, traced back to actual note structure and rhythm and all that stuff, that having a way to take music to market that is owned by you, and it's only the one like it in the world, because it's based on music theory, not on trained from other works from artists that are copyrighted. That's what we call fairly trained certified, and our instrumental is that. Now, on the good side of this, you also will know that by the end of the year, we hope to have with our partners vocals also coming in through the fairly trained certified banner, giving you the ability to do the things that you see out there today that are all in all these lawsuits, and you never have to worry about it with our vocals. And we are excited about that, and we took forever to find the partner to bring in Ruby Music for that one specific piece. And we're looking forward to the day that we can do that. These are all new slides. They're slides that you can go through, by the way, very quickly. You don't have to elaborate like I'm doing. You literally go in and say, we have the best toolbox for anything you could ever want. You have images, you have video, you have audio, and you have music all here. Everything that you need to go and create the perfect content, whether it be a video or whether it be straight to a static, print, social, you have it all. Now, also, and some new stuff you see, we bring our use cases in and we talk about how you can use that. And we use the one with Monica's because it's great, because it shows you how in IntelliChat they can go out and they can create a way to separate themselves away from all other realtors by making a very creative and new, fresh way of describing the property they're looking at. The real estate market, it's all about standing out, getting away from everybody else, getting away from the noise. And that's one of the ways to do it is really good creative writing. And so we all know that with the best LLMs in the world, all in one place inside of IntelliChat, you can get something that will make you stand out. And once you have that, the next piece is how to go and get you to stand out away from everything else that's being shown. Not said, but shown. That's your video. That's your ads. That's your flyers. That's everything that you're handing out that's branding you and branding that property. And all of this can be done now inside of Canvas Plus. And so now that you're having the editor, you can go in, you can create all the stuff that you need, whether it's a Google ad, whether it's Facebook ad, Facebook posts, stories. It doesn't make a difference. You can make them all inside of here. And when you look at all the ways that you can just build it and drop them in, it's going to be an incredible benefit for anyone that spends 2 minutes to learn how to use it. So today, as much as we have all this stuff, it's still about teaching people how to go about and using it. And I always say this about Ruby. Ruby's getting bigger and bigger by the day because we want it to have the capability of whatever you think you can do. Think it, build it. Ruby AI. That's the slogan. Think it, build it. Ruby AI.
I think I like
You don't have to have 5 different things. What's that?
So I think I like that.
Yeah, it just came to me. How's that? You come into Flexcast and things just pop out, right?
Oh.
So you got this whole concept of just what can you do here, and you simplify it down so you don't go, it can do this, it can do this, it can do this, it can do this. It's just an encompassing piece of it. And the way that you have it inside of Ruby is that there is a lot that it can do. But there's nothing that it can do that's difficult for you. We've removed all the complicated steps to where anyone who wants to do this within just seconds can pick up the process, whether they want to build an image with Midjourney that would normally take them the ability to have to go and number one, create a Discord channel, learn Discord, go through all the hoops of Discord, then go create a subscription on Midjourney, and then send that back and then link your subscription to Discord. And then you have to go in and find the right Discord channel. And then you get all these things that are flying through you because it's all open and you've seen everybody else's stuff and you don't know what to do. And then you have to learn the commands. You got to learn how to do the prompts. And then you got to know which numbers to click and which versions to click. We've removed all of that. So when you get the best image in the world from Midjourney, all you're doing is putting in a prompt, choosing a dimension that you want, and hitting generate. We've removed all the other nonsense from you. But it's the same way when you get into creating audio. You don't have to go in and find all these voices and bring in other dubs from other videos and audios and try to dub and clone that and then make it your own and put it. We make 1,000 voices for you already, and we partnered with the very best in the world with 11 labs. So you get the best. If you have a subscription to Midjourney or Leonardo AI or Luma, OpenAI, Claude, Anthropic, I mean, you don't need them. For the price that you get for one of those, you get all of these. And we also need to understand that the reason why we use words and credits is because that's what gives you freedom inside of our application. So many people look at subscriptions that have words and credits limiting, and they're like, oh, why do you do that? Well, because there's no other way on a financial model to bring every capability of AI in the world into one place for one low price. But to say, you choose what you use. You decide where you spend your money. You decide if you want to use a credit to make an image, or you maybe never use images and you want to go and do personify and go and create incredible songs. But we give you that freedom inside of there. We also give you the freedom that if you don't use them all, you don't stress out and feel like you lost something because they get stolen away from you at the beginning of the next month. They carry forward. All of these things are to make a difference and to go into the blue water that we want to be in so that we're not having to go and compare. We just stand out on our own. So now we've got this incredible canvas. The vision of putting it all together, working seamlessly together, had to have a hub. I had to have a home that just where everything took place. It's hard. You think about it, you got all these different things from IntelliChat and it's all of its capabilities of vision, anchoring, saving prompts, running prompts, editing, going in and having all of the different modules that you can use. And then you've got the ability to add personify into IntelliChat and then choose one of the 9 best LLMs in the world. How do you bring that with Spy and Ghost and then go into our virtual studio of image, audio, video, music? How do we bring all that together into one place? And that is why we have a patent pending on Canvas Plus. Now, I will say, we released this on Wednesday in version 2.1. And yes, there are some things you're going to need to learn a little bit about the editor. Because it's not like an editor that you would have on your desktop or even on your phone. Both of those use the power and the processors that are on your actual computer. All of ours is cloud-based. It's using all of the benefits that are found inside your browser. Now, there's really a lot of benefits for this. One, expandability. I don't have to have you download anything. Anywhere you have internet access, you're able to do what you need to do. Now, you also don't have to worry about your stuff being stored on other people's systems when you're uploading stuff there, and things are getting spread out everywhere, and you know where it all is. It's all in one place, and it's all in your browser. And the last piece is that the simplicity of how this can expand with us being able to do templates and push directly into the platform you're going to see these start to roll out over the next week. Little by little, we'll roll out new prompts. We'll roll out new templates, both video templates and design templates. And these are all things that we're also looking for, requests. I saw something in a channel today that was like, oh, I'm having to go back to Canvas Plus because they have all my templates. Send me your template. There's nothing that we can't have as a template, but I need to know what you guys are looking for. Now we're going to set up a way for you to bring those members of Canvas Plus group inside of the Flex connection. And I encourage you to drop some stuff in there. Now, I will tell you, if you're going to drop them in, don't sit there and go, well, I can't believe it doesn't have this. That's probably not going to be the best way to get my attention, but get down and say something like, I would love to see something like this, and throw us an image of what you really like. Those are the things that will get our attention, and right now we're looking. Now, we have the basic stuff that we know we're going to be bringing out. Your letterhead templates, your resume templates, your typical, sizes and layouts for your social media platforms. We have those. We have layouts for brochures. And I think that one of the things that we can't wait to bring to you, because it's been asked for over a year, is how to bring your 12-month marketing plan layout as the documents that we've used, and to bring that to you where you can have that. Everything is possible with the way that we brought Canvas Plus to the market. So what are the downsides? Let's just talk about that just real quick. The downsides are not really downsides, but the things that you have to be aware of. Again, we're not using the processor in your computer or on your phone. It's all being done in the browser. And so that's why we have limited browsers. It has to be a Chromium-based browser. Microsoft Edge, Google Chrome. It will expand out as other services start to pick up and need the ability to branch out to be competitive. Of course, competition drives everything. So you'll see the Firefoxes and the Safaris. They'll come around and Explorers. They'll get there. But for right now, it's on Chrome or Microsoft Edge. That's one. The second one is understanding if you have a bunch of tabs open in all of your browsers, you got all these things going, every one of those is bringing memory from your browser. A browser has a limit. I think Chrome is 2 gigabytes. That's the max memory that it has. And then after that, it just is like super slow, locked down, might even go red. Okay, just like locks up. So if you hover over to your tab, you'll actually will see how much memory is being used. And just be aware that the more stuff you're bringing in and you're not using that stuff, it's something that you aren't using in the file you're making, you can release that and it will actually free up some memory for you. So just learning some basic things like that. Now, the other thing is that we have a limit that we've put on of 10 minutes. So the video is stuck to 10 minutes. This is not designed at this juncture to go super long format. So don't go out and try to bring in a 10-hour, class speech and then have it try to do that. That's not what that's really for. Okay. This is great for short format. Anywhere from 1 to 5 minutes, especially, is really good. If you want to get to 10, you gotta make sure nothing else is open and that you're not going out and having these massive files. Now, another thing that you'll learn just for speed. Yes, it helps with the memory, but with speed, especially with video, is don't take these great big MOV files. Like if you might have a file of 4K amazing shot, if you're not going to load to actually want to kick it out as 4K for a very good reason, like you can't run a TV ad at 4K. So why are you trying to do that? I mean, are you really going to go out and do some display at a trade show, on a 4K screen? I get it there. That's a good use case. But if you're not, HD is good enough. And so if you have something that's 4K and you don't really need the 4K, well, then go and convert that. Drop it down and then make it an MP4 file. So you're actually doing it. And there's millions of places that you can do that for free online. So managing that is good for you. And it's also great for storage. You don't want to bring up a 500 megabyte file when you could bring up a 24 megabyte file. Not just for the upload time, but also just for your storage purposes. So there's a couple of things that you can do to help yourself become more efficient in this browser. 99% of what I'm talking to you about right now deals with the video editor. And that's kind of where my love is. That's where my background is since 1987. I have been editing video and been around the video world. And I was one of the very first to ever be on an Avid, which was the very first computer-based editing system. And I've been with it from all evolutions. What I get excited about when I see this in the browser is the ability to have freedom to go anywhere in the world and have the ability to edit. I don't have to lug around a computer that has a big platform on it or bring in all these hard drives that are, fiber so that they can move things quick enough. You can do this in a browser. It's crazy. And this is only the beginning of where we go. We already are working on effects. So you can get in and you can move things around. Those are in the process. We're already bringing in a brand series that you can put right into the editor. So every time you open an editor, whether it's a video editor or the design editor, you're going to have your brand assets. These are assets that you'll upload so that you have them every single time you want it. If you're going to use Ruby every single time on everything, why not just put it in as a brand asset and have it there every time? Where you don't have to go look for it again and again, right? So these are the things, we're going to keep expanding this. And I can also tell you Unsplash. So we have a partnership with Unsplash that brings you the ability to add videos and images that you don't have to go make with the AI. If you just need a quick pinch, if you just need a video of something, then you can just go find one and drop it in. They're royalty free and it costs you nothing more than what your subscription is. We've tried to bring all of the things that will make the very best content that you can make. All right, let's get this now to the person that's going to actually walk you through how to use this design editor. If you didn't get a chance to look on Flex Connection to see kind of how he does things, there's a lot of little tips and tricks that you got to just be watching him to learn how to do it. And that's going to be the next 30 minutes, Corey. It's all yours. I've done a lot of the stuff already in housekeeping. So I'm going to turn it over to Corey. And man, I will just tell you, I'm excited to see it. I just want to see your face because you know what? He doesn't like to be on camera. So, hey, give some fire up in here. Get him some excitement. And let's let Corey get to work, buddy. Do you want me to push something forward for you?
Yeah,
I got you.
I'm working on my big computer, so I won't be looking at the screen at you. I'll be looking over here. Can you hear me fine? Everybody hear me all right? Let me know. All right, I'm just going to go and I'm going to assume you can hear me. All right, so.
You're good. You're good.
Okay, I just felt like I was a little far from the laptop. Okay, so where Robert's passion is video, and where he's in a league of his own with that. I don't understand all the things about video, but I have played with the video editor, and it totally makes it easy for somebody like me who's more design focused, more graphics focused, to get into both, which I love. And I'm used to using maybe, I won't say more sophisticated, but a variety of design tools. I've been using design tools for the last 20 years, I guess. And what I wanted to do was find all of the things inside of Canvas Plus that I need, because you can just drag and drop things, but I wanted to do a little more customization and get a little more into blending modes and things like that. And what I'm going to do, and we talked about this yesterday, is I'm going to start making all of our social media assets, the things that we create for Ruby marketing. I'm going to start making them inside the design editor. And hopefully we can save those as templates and maybe offer them to you to reuse our stuff. So, all right, 30 minutes. How am I going to burn 30 minutes? I don't know if I can do 30 minutes. We still have flexing and all that to do. All right, but let's just go ahead and walk through it. And I'm going to start by, at the very beginning, by creating a new project. And this one, I'm kind of cheating because I need this video for a marketing piece and for our slides. So you might have seen this graphic and you might have seen the video I posted, but I'm going to show you the process and how I did it. So this one I'm going to call, and this is for our use case, Monica, I believe. So this is going to be for a specific property. Monica is a real estate agent. And so keeping different listings, different assets for those listings in a project will help the organization, help her, create new things and keep them organized. So let's just call this Lake Jackson Farms property. So where I grew up, Lake Jackson Farms was the place to live. It was, you were high society if you lived there. So that was just something I was familiar with. Not that I lived there. Absolutely did not. Okay. Assets for big house. And I can go ahead and set up my project so that I can find it quickly next time. Now I'm going to go into, I'm not going to touch the video editor today. I'm just going to go over the design editor. Okay. And so what I want to do is I want to, if I have time, I want to do a couple of things. I want to make an Instagram post that has a nice headline and a good image and get some attention, just something I can put out there with Monica's name and phone number and some information about the property. And then if I have time, she might also want to make a coloring sheet, when, kids are with their parents looking at the house or something for them to do. It's always nice to keep the kids quiet. So I'm going to start here and I'm going to go in, I'm going to choose my size. And you can see we have a lot of options here. And so I'm going to go with an Instagram photo. And what I just learned this morning, and I'll show you. I don't know if you can. Okay, that's on the same screen. I can actually drag and drop into the canvas. I didn't know that until this morning. So I was pretty amazed at that because, some programs don't talk to each other. Like you can't drag and drop from Photoshop into Figma or vice versa. So that's really cool being able to just drop it in here.
Isn't it great that I can think of everything for you, Corey?
It's so great. I love it. I mean, that's why they pay you the big bucks. Okay, that's why they call you boss. All right. So now you might have seen this somewhere like I said, on the Facebook post, and you've got different. So I have no copy space at the moment. And so I was looking at these shapes and I thought, well, this isn't exactly what I want. I want to mask this and create some room for copy, but I don't want to just use a square. So I'm going to go ahead and throw a square in here. And some of you that are more familiar with design editors, I'm sorry, I can't watch the chat while I'm doing this. So I'll catch up with any questions afterwards.
Oh, no, I got it. We're just making fun of you. It's all good.
Come on.
They're loving it. Just keep going, bro. Just keep going.
All right. So I don't like this. I don't like that I can only mask off this section. So I did some exploring, and I got into the finer detailed tools that are in here. And so I'm going to add a circle. And this, I know this looks terrible right now, but I'm just showing you what you can do using the tools that are in the Canvas Plus editor. So I'm going to take these two shapes, and they're not quite exactly what I want yet, but I'm going to take these two shapes and I'm going to shift click to select both. And now that comes up with some options. And if you're familiar with Illustrator, this is a lot like Pathfinder. And so I can do several things here. I can do a union, which combines the two shapes, or I can do a subtract, which since I have both of them, it won't really do much. Or I can do an intersect, which will just leave the overlapping section. In this case, I want to do a union and create one shape. So now I have one shape. And that isn't quite what I need yet for my mask, because I want to put all my copy on this side. Because no, I don't. This is the more interesting side of the property, and would definitely get my attention more than this, even though I like the whole thing. So I'm just going to drag it and stretch it until I get the shape that I want, and it's gonna give me some copy room. So now I've got my picture and my shape. So I'm going to select both of them. And now it brings these options back up. And so if you don't see those options, it's because you're not clicked on them. So you click on this one and this one. Now I can also group these and move them together. But I don't want to do that. And Control Z or Command Z on an Apple also works to undo. But you do have undo options. Okay. So I'm going to take both of these, and now I want to make a mask so that I can have some room to make my copy on this side. So in this case, and sometimes you get it wrong the first try, sometimes you get it right. Now I'm going to do an intersect. So basically, it's going to leave what's left. So now I've got my shape that I wanted, and I have plenty of room for copy. And so now this is really the easy part. I want to go and, okay, so I found my Zillow listing, and this is just Zillow.com. I just went to the page, found the listing, and clicked on it. I'm going to take this link, and I'm going to go pull out my drawer inside of Canvas Plus, and I want to use IntelliChat to create a headline. And I'm going to use Claude 3.5 because it has the anchoring and the vision. I don't need the vision for this one, but I could use it if I wanted to use a description of the front of the house. But I'm going to go ahead and use Claude 3.5 and pull my drawer back out. I'm going to do anchor to URL. And I'm going to go ahead and paste in that Zillow listing and close my drawer. And I'm going to ask it to create the headline for this listing.
You're like Bob Ross painting with Ruby. I need to get some music for you.
I think Sonia made a pretty good face swap of you and Bob Ross at one time. Might have to throw that out.
Oh, I forgot. Don't bring that up. Don't bring that up.
All right.
That's why face swap's been gone for so long. I'm punishing her.
blame her. Okay. So this is luxurious oasis on 1.15 acres, fully renovated. It's a little long for the space that I have, but I do like the wording. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take that. Oh, wrong tab. Where am I going? Okay. And I'm going to close my drawer. And it's still there. It's in my chat history. It works just like IntelliChat. So
Chat history, yeah.
now I'm going to add my title, my text, headline, and I don't have enough room for all of that. So I'm just going to take off this part because this is an Instagram post, so it doesn't need to have all of the detail. It just needs to catch someone's attention. And so now I'm going to go into this and I'm going to change my text. And since she is she's a female realtor and she's marketing, maybe she has used Personify and she's marketing towards female clientele, we want to give it something a little bit more light. And so I'm going to take the text down a little bit. If I click on the right thing, and this is my headline, so I definitely don't want it to be too small. I actually like the other headline I had, but we'll just stick with this one. And my neighbor just started using his weed eater of all times. That's awesome. So if you hear that, I apologize. But at least my dogs aren't jumping in the ring.
Barking now. So you're covering my dog's barking. That's good.
So this is still a little big, so I'm gonna take it down again. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect the first time. So we'll just call this good. I'm gonna go. I don't like it though. I'm gonna center it, and I'm going to do that. So it's all up to you how you do this. And so now I want to use the same listing to create a small bit of copy. So I'm going to go back to IntelliChat, open my drawer, go back into this one. It's the URL is still there. I don't have to type it in again. So now I'm going to tell it to now I don't get super fancy with my prompts. I try to keep it very, very simple. Just because I don't have time to be super verbose and all that. So just create a short marketing paragraph for this property. And you can get as detailed as you want. You can be as short as you want. But I don't have a lot of room for this copy. And see, that's already a lot of copy. Nobody's going to read all of that. Discover your dream home in this meticulously renovated masterpiece nestled in a sprawling 1.5 acre lot. I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and take this. And I'm going to take the whole thing because I'm not sure how much of it I'm going to use. And I'm going to go ahead and add my text again. Use paragraph this time. Now you can use, it doesn't matter which one you use. You can format them bigger or smaller. But it just kind of gives you a good baseline to start from when you use the title, the heading, and the paragraph. So this is still a little bit big. Let's see what happens when I paste this in. Okay, that's way too much. So I'm going to take this down to, I'm going to start really small. Okay, that's a little better. Still a little bit big, and it's still a lot. So discover your dream home with this man through market pace, step into a world of elegance, go to the kitchen, high-end appliance, spacious primary. Let's just say that I wanted to cut it off here. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff in this, and I would probably create a full sheet ad for this property if I was actually selling it. But for the purposes of social media, you want to catch attention with a stunning visual. You want an impactful headline that's going to grab attention, and you want just a bit of copy that tells them something about the property. And you can use as much or as little as you want, but from a marketing perspective, you definitely want to keep things concise. And this is probably still a little much, so let's just do this. We'll shorten it up. All right, so let's say I like this, but I don't like the font. Roboto is nice if you're working on a program, but I need something that's a little bit better, and you can never go wrong with Montserrat. And we're going to keep it with that, the same look as our other one. So we're going to go Montserrat Light, just to kind of lighten it up a bit. And if I want to, I can grab both of these. And this is the alignment tool. So left align, and it only works if you have multiple items selected. Otherwise, it's going to try and align it to the canvas itself. See? So I'm going to Command Z. But if I have two items selected, it's going to align the two together. So left, center, right, top, middle, bottom. And you can also, well, I'll get into that in a minute. So I'm going to left align these, but I don't like it. I don't like it. And this is why it takes so long for me to get any graphics put up on the Facebook group for you guys, because I like details. Okay, so I think I'm happy with this. It's obviously needs a little bit of love, but I'm trying to go quick. And that's the idea, is this should be quick. You should be able to not, once you get your navigation down inside of Canvas Plus, you should be able to crank these things out in 5 to 10 minutes. But since I'm demonstrating, and I don't like talking a lot, this is taking a little longer. Okay, so I've got this, and I've got this, and I've got my image. Now I need to add the price. $1,199,000. I'm not buying that. So I'm going to go back in and add my text. I'll use headline this time. And we'll say 1,199,000. If you want to, if you're looking for a Christmas gift for me, Robert, it's right here.
Oh, you want that in Legos?
You know, my boys would love that.
I know they would.
Okay, so we're gonna go back with Montserrat to match this font, but where that is a little bit light, so we're gonna fatten it up a little bit with some semi-bold, because some people, you know, might just see the price and say, hey, that's exactly my budget, I'm ready to go. I'm not a realtor, so I don't know how that all works. So this one and this particular property has actually been on Zillow for 120 days. So I'm going to add a little bit of a carrot for Monica's clients and say this is reduced by, let's say she's reduced it by $49,000 because it's been on there for 120 days. And then we'll just make that Montserrat. And it's a little big, so now we do want it, okay, regular is fine. We're going to bring this down to, okay, that's good enough. And so now she has her listing. We're almost ready to post, but there's a few things missing. So we're going to bring in an image from this folder. She needs a picture. So we're going to add this. And I haven't resized any of these. They're large files, but it's handling it just fine. Well, that's way too big. And I don't necessarily want a square, but I'm not going to mask that one for now. I'm just going to put her image on here for the sake of time. Or it could be anything, an image, a QR code. And I can take all of these and make sure that they're all aligned because we like that. Now she needs a signature and a phone number. So we're going to go back over here, add this. Now you don't have to do that every time. You can also just, if you've got something that you like, you can click on the option key. Actually, no, that's not what I meant. The copy, it'll duplicate it. There you go. I'm sorry, I'm using, it's not Photoshop, but it works just as good. So I'm going to say Harmonica. I can't remember what was her last name. Monica Vasquez. That's right. All right. And so I am going to choose something that's a little scripty. It looks maybe like a signature, just to give it some sort of personal touch. And that's a little small. We'll go back up a little bit. 10. And now I don't like how this box is this way, so I'm going to left align it so I have a better idea of the positioning on it. Now she needs a phone number. So I'm just going to copy and duplicate that. That definitely doesn't work. So we're going to go with Old Faithful, Montserrat. And let's say, want it to stand out a little bit. So now she's got her listing, and all I have to do now is if I want to get this now, I just do the render, and I tell it that I want a PNG file. If I was doing something like, if I was doing a full page listing on like 8.5 by 11, then I would probably save it as a PDF. But for this case, this is just an Instagram post. So this is okay. And going to render that. And when I render that, it's going to save it in my renders. Or I can download this. We'll get that looked at. Yeah. So I'm going to download this image so I can go. It's in my files. I can use it on my local machine. I can print it. I can take it somewhere else. I can use it later. Whatever. Now I don't know if that's absolutely necessary, but I'm also going to save it. And so this saves my scene. So I can come back to this later when the price changes. I can reopen this and I can change the price, and then I can re-render it and resave it. So that's how you can create a simple listing super fast, but without being confined by, oh, these are the only shapes I have. Well, you can create anything using these, and the I call it Pathfinder, but I don't even know what that tool's called in here.
Which one are you talking about?
The
combined
merging shapes, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, if you click on 2 images, you'll find it.
Combine. There it is. Combine. Okay. So you're not confined by just the shapes that are in here. You can literally create anything. And I have a habit of, when we create graphics or icons or something like that, I always start with just shapes and create them, and that's just kind of my process. So I wanted to make sure that you knew that there were a lot of things that just using the tools in Canvas Plus that you can do. So now I want to create. No. Let's see. I'm gonna back out all the way, and I'm gonna go back in. Go ahead.
Yeah. So keep going. I was just gonna say. So one of the tools that is under development right now, and it won't take us long to get it done, is a one size resizing tool. And that will be like to take the one PNG that you have just done and you want to open it up as a Facebook post, maybe an Instagram reel and an Instagram post and a Google ad. So you can choose, just to drop that image in, and it'll relay out the text and the images to fit the spots. And you can go back and you can go into each one and tweak it, but it'll create all the sizes, and you just drop it in one time, and it will resize it into all of those different formats. So that's a tool that will be very helpful here, and that's the near future that will come out.
Awesome. All right, so what I just did, I was just showing you, I went back in, and this is still editable. I can go back and change anything, and it's still in my project. Now, here's my project. I go into existing project. This is my Lake Jackson Farms project, and I want to make something else. So, and this one will be a lot quicker because, oh gosh, I actually made it 30 minutes. I'll just show you this one real fast.
You've talked more today than you have in the last 10 years. How about that?
I mean, I can do less. I can. Okay, so I'm just
you got 2 minutes. 2 minutes.
All right, I'm gonna go in here and I want to make a coloring book. Oh, look, I already did it. So I'm gonna take this.
Okay.
All right, so I made a coloring book to go along with Monica's property, and I would save it as a PDF, and it would be saved in my project. So that's my.
Wait, let's go back there. Go back to your generate. Let's go back into that again, and go back to your images, and then hover over that right side right there, right to the bottom. You'll see that right there. Yeah, you can see it there. We need to make it darker, but there's an insert button there on all of it. If you flipped it over to dark mode for just a second, so you can flip your screen to dark mode.
Well, it's a coloring page, so it's dark.
We need to dark that down. So anyway, your inserts are there, and it also works on any of the images you've already created, like in your gallery. You can drop those in. The same thing that would be really helpful here, obviously, is the image enhancement pieces that are coming, where you can knock out the backgrounds and you can do all kinds of cool stuff like that. Those are all coming in the image enhancements. I think that we're close. This week we'll release at least 4 of them. And so you'll get the replace background, remove background, replace object, and remove or replace and remove object. Those 4 are coming. I think we'll have them out this week. They're done and being tested right now. So that will also be something that you can do right inside of here. You go to image enhancement, you'll take that, you'll pop it in, and you can cut out the background, and you have transparency so that, like, if I just wanted this one lamp and I wanted to put that one lamp supply, or I wanted to have one specific product picture, I could use that product picture in. And so again, we're just going to continue to keep expanding this out. And I think it's so incredible that just in March, we came up with the trigger to pull it, to go ahead and put the editor in. And I remember people sitting there because, in March we had just released, really the Mid-Journey and Virtual Studio where you could create images. And everybody's just like, how do I put a logo on top of this image? That's all y'all want to do. And now it's like, we can do so much more, and it will just keep on going more and more and more. And so be sure to drop in those templates that you guys are using, and we'll do the best ones that we can. Obviously, we won't get everything done, but this is something that I think we can do fairly easily. So we just, the things that you guys are wanting the most and you're going to use the most, that's the things that we're going to build out. And that will just keep growing and growing as we add more templates. There is a way for us to start to combine them into folders in there. So you can start to have some, like, these are Instagram, these are Facebook. So we'll start to group those into little collection folders. But this is the beginning of something incredible as we go forward. And I think we have a really good start. And so if you guys think that we have a really good start and where we're going, throw some fire in, throw some big stuff in there for Corey. Corey gets a huge applause. You hear that, Corey? That's the world clapping for you. So we appreciate Corey, everything that he does. He works hard every day to bring us incredible stuff. And I think the new slides are going to be incredible. Now, just a couple of things as we get going into the flexing part here real quick. Just a few announcements. I know that we have some new assets. I'm just going to put it like that. So we have new assets. They're not going to be done until September. I'm going to say 6th to 10th. But we've brought in some of my really good friends that I have been doing this with for over 25 years. They have done some of the biggest ad and television programming that you've seen, movies that you've seen. They've all done work for and to these, whether it be the show opens for everything that you've ever seen on ESPN to creating movie 3D effects. We're bringing this team in to help take Ruby to the next level. And this will be amazing for not just the ads that we're creating that you guys will be able to use to push out, but also all the elements that we can use and the look and feel that we can use, the website that we can start to go and do and add some elements and actions into those. Now it's time to get more focus back into marketing. And that's the amazing thing. That's what we love to do. And so now we're moving into another dimension for us at Flex and Ruby, especially to go and start driving in the branding. And that's where you guys are going to start getting a lot of help on the tools to go out and share, not just presentations. The presentations are fine, but how do you get somebody to look at you at the first time or to open their eyes to say, oh, okay, that's got value, I'll look at it. Those are the pieces that we'll work on now. And we're also looking at doing a bunch of PR so that we can start to go out and give you guys some credibility to say, this is what they're saying about us. And so when we get the PR done, that's going to be a massive move into not just our replicated sites that we get to use, but we get to use that to move out into the world, into your social media and everything else to help give more credibility to the value that we already have. So our plans are in place. They're moving forward as we start to go into a new era of Ruby, and it doesn't stop. I mean, we are in the world of AI. It never stops. We just keep going from one to the next set, and our roadmap just keeps growing and extending. Our mobile app, from everything else that I talked about, Coder as a Canvas Plus Coder is a way for us to do some landing pages and all kinds of stuff like that. So that's on the horizon. We also have the photo editor that's on the horizon. I mean, these are all things that are just coming here. If you can imagine taking everything you can do in Snapchat or on Instagram, the filters, you'll be able to do that in our photo editor. And you'll be able to make these unbelievable images that you can go and do. And by the way, Corey didn't really even get to touch on the way that you can do filters on the images that you bring in. Already there. Play around with those. There's blurring. There's, all kinds of stuff that you can do for, your color effects and your colorizing and your contrast changes and all the things you do to make your picture just perfect the way you want it. But we have a bunch of stuff coming in the photo editor that's just a one button and boom, it makes it look like this, exactly what you're wanting to do and you're used to doing, like in Instagram. Unbelievable stuff. I'll be there. Yes, face swap is coming back, Sonia. I will get that back. I know you're totally jonesing at the moment, and it's kind of like a payback for putting me on with Bob Ross. But I will have that back for you, and also blending will come back as well. So lots of fun stuff. Okay, let's move on to flexing real quick. We've had over long we've ever had, but it was really good value. I appreciate everything you're doing, staying here, but let's get on a couple of things that are important, doing the right things. And Angela Sanzali, this is about you today. And I know you're not from St. Louis, Missouri. I just couldn't find it and I didn't get it changed in time. But congratulations to you for everything you're doing. I'm telling you what, guys, she is doing these trainings. And it's amazing to see the group that comes together, and they're doing it, I think, weekly, that they're getting people together and understanding how to use it. And this is the thing, that we chose to go network marketing for the main reason of this right here, that people can start to learn how to take the most incredible product in the world and utilize it in their life. And I love to look at this images because you have a whole range of people in different age groups, in different areas of the world, all coming together to learn. And she is helping with this process every week and leading the way. Congratulations, Angela, for what you're doing, and your sponsor, Heidi. I know that you guys are an incredible team and you guys are doing amazing things. So thank you for what you're doing, and congratulations to you for that. Now let's go and talk about Ruby Tunes. This week, a little lower on the participation, I'm assuming because you all are playing with the editor, but now you guys can go and create your own music videos. There's no reason not to go and create these and drop these in, get engaged. but we had some really good ones that came out today. Cindy Marshall, you are the winner. I love it. You guys, it is incredible. I was trying to play these at the very beginning, and it just wouldn't work, and I have no idea why. It's stupid that StreamYard won't do it, even when I'm playing it through a browser. And so I don't know why we couldn't get them. But go ahead, and I will tell you, if you're posting these up on YouTube, and we want to be able to use those, if you put in where we can't play them from other websites, we can't use them either. So either you're going to have to drop them into us as an MP3 file, which you can do now, or you can just send them to, MP4 or something like that and drop them to us if you don't want to open up your YouTube. The same thing with Spotify. There's no way for us to download them out of Spotify and to get them out there. So, I'd love to play a lot of stuff that Larry Lewis has. I can't get to it. So if you're asking why we're not playing them, that is the reason why. Connie Houlihan, unbelievable stuff. A touching song. If you want to hear her song, please go to Flex Connection and listen to that. Unbelievable. As always, Catherine Donovan, right in every week. One of the most talented people, Kat Cash, incredible YouTube channel. You should definitely go listen to everything that she has. And Anne-Marie Roberts, also this week. Great stuff. So we're going to give 50 credits to Cindy Marshall. Those will be gone in 50 songs in about 5 minutes. She's incredible. And then 20 credits for everybody else. It's absolutely crazy. So the other thing is you don't know about music. And I saw Gabriel say something about it right now. Just so you all know, whatever language you put into the vocals is the language you're going to get sung back to you. And so if you don't have you have your song in English and you want to make it in Spanish, you literally can just go translate in chat, and then you'll be able to drop it right back in there, and away it goes. Now, I will tell you that there is 2 things coming to vocals in the music that are going to make things a lot easier for you. Number 1 is we're bringing Ruby Assistant into the music vocals, that you don't have to go to IntelliChat to do that and leave and come back. You can literally just click on Ruby Assistant, open it up. It'll write your lyrics and fix your lyrics, and you can copy and paste them back in. However, you can really work on the lyrics right there without ever leaving. So that's going to be a major, major thing for you. And then I'm also going to be able to bring the translations like you do in our audio lab or voice lab. When you go in and you want to just translate it, we'll be able to do that exact same thing there as well. So you can bring it in, change it into French, then maybe change it into Greek, and away you go. You have your new song in those new stuff. So amazing things coming there. That were really easy ones that we could bring out that made a big, big difference. All right, let's talk about our influencer of the week. Flex profile this week goes to Matthew Mursky. I don't know where he's from because, again, I didn't have time to go look everybody up today. But I will tell you, Matthew Mursky came in under Linda Clark. I was say congratulations to Linda Clark. She's an amazing leader and a great follower in the sales process. To do the following up with somebody is what made this happen. And it was great to get them. I would expect amazing things, but Matthew Mursky came in and literally, I think he sponsored 7 to 10 people within the first 5 or 6 days he came in. Unbelievable. This is what it takes to get massive action moving. So congratulations to him. We celebrate what you're doing and can't wait to see what you do over the next 3 to 6 months. It truly may be epic. All right, Corey. I know that you did a lot. Thank you so much. If you appreciate what Corey did, throw that in there. Guys, we're going to wrap it up right now, and I don't have a way to play the stuff that came from our wonderful YouTube, but I will go ahead and play a little video on the way out of here that was from a couple weeks ago that I thought was real powerful. So thank you for everyone doing. Go out and spread the good word, and we'll see you back here next week on Flexcast. Don't forget Monday night's corporate video.
Wake up, facing the day. I am strong, here to stay. I am light, I am free. In my heart there's a key. I am love, I am kind. In this life peace I find. I am brave, I am true. Every day something new. I am powerful, I am
In the depths of despair I found my strength, but I refuse to let darkness consume me. I've lost more than words alone can speak. I'll transform pain into something beautiful, you'll see. I'll harness the heartache, the pain I bear, crafting beauty from the ashes of despair. Unstoppable, unwavering in the face of the storm. Lost more than words can say, yet I transform. I'll weave a tapestry of light and mercy, not seeking vengeance, not dwelling in hurt. Choosing goodness in every step I embrace, balancing the scales of life with grace. I won't dwell in the shadows of the past. Instead, I'll fuel the fire, make it last. Nurturing the flames with every tear that falls. For the change I seek, my spirit calls. Drama ends with me, peace in my soul. Choosing goodness, making broken hearts whole. Caring and loving through joy and through pain. In a world where strength and kindness reign. No force can sway my chosen path. Unstoppable, unbreakable in the aftermath. I stand tall, unwavering and true. In a world where only the strong break through. So let the flames of adversity ignite. I'll rise above, shining ever bright. A beacon of hope, a catalyst for change. Choosing love and goodness in a world so strange. I'll weave a tapestry of light and mercy, not seeking vengeance, not dwelling in hurt. Choosing goodness in every step I embrace, balancing the scales of life with grace.
Running with no ease and get tech, cause now spinning tick with a fin on it, I'm getting through. Platform shiver, we deliver the flow. Digital dynamite, algorithms ignite. Cosmos in line, sparks in the night. Futures get flavor, bite in the pit. Core genius smooth, we legit. Supercharged circuits, no need for a wire. Back end bounces at the world.